What is going on, everybody? Today I got a new video for you guys, but first, before I start, I want to say thank you so much for getting me to 48,000 subscribers. That's just insane. We're so close to 50k, and just know I'm having a huge giveaway at 50,000 subscribers, so please make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you can be notified when that giveaway goes up, and so you can see more videos that are like similar to this, or just like the other normal videos on my channel. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing a skate shoe tier list of all the shoes I've skated in my past. I basically went through my Instagram and was looking at what shoes I skated, because I didn't know from memory just all the shoes I skated, because I skated quite a bit, but the more I look at it, it's really not that much. But I got this video idea from George Poulos, so before you comment that you're copying George Poulos' video, I'm crediting him, and YouTube is just a creative place where you get other ideas from other people too. So thanks to George for making this video. If you want to check him out, click the card in the top right corner here. So I actually did some math too before making this video of all the shoes I've bought over my lifetime. So I've had about maybe 7 to 8 years of skating, and I've only spent $676 total from all the shoes that I've gotten. And over that period of time, that's really good, because most of the shoes I only buy around anywhere from $20 to $50. Most of the time then the 30 to 40 range. So really make sure you're paying good prices for your shoes, because they're definitely going to rip, so make sure you're paying a good price. So on my tiers, I have S tier, which if you watch anime, S ranks are just the best. And then we have A tier, which is, I said, a solid skate shoe. B, which is pretty good. C is it's doable, whatever. D, not for me. And then we just have Garbo, so any trash shoes we're just putting in there. And also, before I start ranking the shoes, if you see a shoe on here and I put it in Garbo, please don't get hurt. This is my personal opinion. It does not mean all my opinions are right. This is just what I think of the shoes that I've skated, and I want to give you guys some insight on the shoes I've skated. So I think I'm going to start in order of when I got my shoes mainly. So first we're going to start with these World Industry shoes, and they didn't look like this when I got them, but I'm gonna put them in Garbo because I don't know. I don't know why I like those shoes. They were just really fat, and yeah, they just were not my style. I know it's a little harsh to put on Garbo on the first start, but I really just did not like them that much when I skated them. So yeah, I remember when I had them, they were gray, white, and blue, and it was just the weirdest looking shoe ever. But that's just my personal opinion. So next, this isn't really a skate shoe. This is actually the Polo Ralph Lauren's, which we have right here. And I think I will put that in, I'm honestly going to give it a C tier. It's just doable. It worked for me. I didn't have any flat bottom shoes when skating much, but I just had some polos. This is when I was just getting back into skating in 8th grade. And I honestly, I got some decent clips with them, but they're just doable. They were canvas too, so they ripped easy, and I had to put duct tape on them all the time. So that's why I'm just putting so that's doable, because I could definitely skate them, because they're actually flat shoe and almost built for skating, but they weren't really comfortable at all. So next we had the Herman G6s, and these were actually given to me by my friend Adrian. So shout out to Adrian for giving them, but I'm gonna put them in Garbo just because of how ugly they were. They were maroon or burgundy, and it just was not the best looking shoe. I was able to get a kickflip in them. I think I first learned kickflips in those shoes. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I'm just gonna put them in Garbo just because of how ugly they were. And also, just to know, I'm gonna be ranking them left to right if they're on the same tier. Left being the best out of that, and then the rightmost being the worst. So I would say this is the most Garbo so far. Next, we got some audios, which if I can find them, they're right here. I would say these were doable, but they were better than the Polo Ralph Lauren shoes, only because they're just so basic. They didn't have much cushion to them. They had more cushion than the Polo Ralph Lauren's, and they're actually a skate brand, but they were also canvas when I had them. So I got some tricks in them. They just got the job done. I got them at Shoe Carnival. So actually, both of these shoes I got from Shoe Carnival. So they were just they worked. So next we got the Nike SB Satires. I actually had this in gray, black, and blue. I couldn't find a picture of it. These ones, I'm also gonna say slash doable, but I'm gonna put them near the top because I think I got more clips in them. But still, I don't know. They were just pretty cheap. I got them from a Nike outlet store, so they're actually Nike SBs, but they're definitely the cheaper versions because they didn't have much cushioning to them. And I don't know, it just like, it felt cheap, but it worked when I was just skating, so you know, I can appreciate it. So next, we also got something from an outlet store, which is the Adidas Neo. These I'm actually gonna rate pretty good because I know it's probably cringy me saying pretty good, but I'm gonna say these are pretty good only because they were like my first suede shoe that I really started skating a lot. Besides the Herman G6s, they were just ugly. But you know, this actually had some style to it. You know, the 3 stripes of the Adidas, and I did get some clips and I skated them for a while. So you know, they weren't the best, but honestly liked them when I was skating them just because like I felt nice having the 3 red stripes, and you know, the suede on it was nice. So you know, nothing bad to say about it, but I wouldn't give it like A or S because it wasn't super solid. It was just like, you know, like a pretty good shoe. Okay, so next we got the Etnies Maranas, and now I'm actually skating the Etnies Michelin Maranas. I'm just gonna like double it in with that because they're basically the same. It just got like a Michelin sole now, but I've gotten multiple pairs of these. So if you know me, I love Etnies. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely putting that in S tier because I just love those shoes. I don't know, they work for me. They're like just in between bulky and slim. They have a lot of cushioning, and at least like now with the Michelin Maranas, the like cup soles are really nice on them. And they actually like, they've been lasting me for so long. It's just now starting to wear, and I've had them for a while now. But still, I can honestly put so many different like tricks and time into the shoe, so that's why I'm gonna give it the best. And that's my opinion. Some people may not like Etnies Maranas, but I love them. Yeah, I definitely love that because I just learned like so many tricks in that, and I don't know, it just felt like, I just felt official in them. So next we got the DVS El Porto. These shoes, I just got them because they were cheap, and I don't know, I'm gonna put them in N/doable. Yeah, I'm gonna put an N/doable, and I'll put it in front of the Ralph Lauren's but behind the Audios, only because like they were suede, but they just felt too skinny, and it really like hurt my feet while skating. But they were like doable, but yeah, there's really not much to say about them. Actually, but now that I think about it, like if I'm thinking about how I skate now, I think honestly these would not be for me, because even though the Polar Ralph Lauren's aren't an official skate shoe, like I don't know, they still worked for me. So I'm gonna put this in D only because it was so thin of a shoe that it was hurting my feet. So yeah, I'd say that's more of like a not for me because I wouldn't buy it again. So next we have the Nike SB Dunk Lows, which you can't find anymore because all the hype beast hype them up, so now they're overpriced. These were honestly pretty good. Like I didn't skate them that long, but my friend Adrian also gave me them. I will put them above the Adidas Neo because they're, you know, it's a Nike SB shoe, it's actually a skate shoe, and I don't know, it just actually worked well. I just skated them while I was like looking for a new shoe. But yeah, I think I just unofficially took them because I think he lent them to my brother, but then like I took them. So, you know, it worked for me pretty good. I would get it again if it wasn't so expensive. So next we have the Adidas Booznets Lows, and I'm struggling between B tier and A tier because I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna put it in A tier for now just because I got 2 pairs and I skated both of them. And I don't know, like, again, it's just with the Adidas logo. It's really clean. They were Volk, so I don't know, like, it was just like, it was my first Volk shoe. So, I don't know, it just worked for me. It was like very comfortable. It was lightweight, and I just learned a lot of tricks in it. That was actually one of the eras where like I was really getting, I know I call it era, but it's really just like a stage. But it was a stage where I was like learning a lot of tricks, and I don't know, I just have good memories of that shoe. So I would say it's a solid skate shoe for sure. So before I go to the next one, make sure you leave a like below if you're liking this video. I know like some people just forget to press the like button, but if you got time, press the like button right now. It'll help a lot. But next we got the Nike SB P-Rod 7s, and this one I'm gonna say pretty good, and I will put it above the Dunks and the Neos because this shoe took a while to break in a little bit, but once it was broken in, like, I don't know how to describe it, it just worked really well. And I started getting tray flips down in these shoes after I got them. The first official tray flip I got was actually in the Adidas Booznets, but I started getting them more unlocked when I had the Nike SB P-Rod 7s. So I will give that B. It wasn't really my favorite shoe. Like they were just like it says, pretty good. But it took a while to break in, but once they did, they were actually really nice. So, you know, if you see those, maybe get them. I got them from an outlet store. It was like 40 bucks. I think it was worth more, but yeah, it's definitely like a pretty good shoe. Okay, so next we had the Huff Noggle 2s, and this was actually my first unboxing video with a shoe where I started like talking more in my videos. And I would say this was just a pretty good shoe, and I would put it slightly above the Dunks. I don't know. It's like right in between. Just know like maybe these are like kind of tied, but it was like just like a really good suede skate shoe. Nothing too special. It was just a really good shoe. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I just had good memories with it too, because I had like a decent amount of tricks in them, and I just like have a link with it from it being my first unboxing video with a shoe. So I definitely give that, you know, like a B tier. Also forgot to add another shoe. I don't know what's happening, but sorry about that. But the next one we have is the Globe Shintos, and I would say these were just doable. Like, they were very bulky, but they weren't like a not for me. Like, they're doable. This like, imagine like Etnies, but just slightly bulkier. So like they were doable, but I would put them just slightly before the Satires. I think the Satires are just a little bit better, only because they're a little more like slim and I had more board feel. So yeah, I'll put the Globe Shintos at the C, because it's like, it was just doable, but it didn't really stick out to me. So next we have the Nike SB Janowski, or is it Janowski? I don't know. I always say Janowski. Let me know y'all say in the comments down below. But I say Janowski, and I would give this an S tier just because it's so nice. But I'm not gonna put it above Etnies just because, I don't know, Etnies is just my shoe. But Nike SBs, they just look so perfect. You look stylish when you skate them, and they actually skate really well, especially if you get like the suede versions. There's just something about it. I don't know. It's just like, it fits so perfectly to your feet. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I would definitely get it again. But like, they cost quite a bit. But I found a deal for them one time for like 20 bucks at a clearance store, but I don't know how I found that. It was like the black and red ones I had, and actually did get some good clips for those. I think I got like a 50/50 varial heel out. But yeah, no, seriously, those shoes, super sick. They look freaking awesome. I would say that's my most favorite looking shoe. But like, my favorite like shoe overall is probably the Etnies Marana. But for Janowskis, they're the best looking shoe in skateboarding for sure. And before I go to the next one, if you guys are still here, make sure you comment down below what your favorite skate shoe is. So after this, I skated the Nike SB Freeze, and I didn't actually buy them. I got them in a box that Nike sent me. And I would just give these, I would give them a B because they were pretty good, but like, they weren't anything too special. But I would probably put it near the top because they skated pretty well. And they looked nice actually, but you know, I expected it to be a lot better than it actually was. So I'm just giving it a B. It probably would be near an A if it like skated a little better than I thought it would. But you know, it didn't really meet my expectations too much. It was just like a pretty good skate shoe. I think this was like the first shoe that I like corrected my hard flips in, because I used to flip them backwards, but in that shoe on Go Skate Day when I got the box, I actually fixed my hard flips the right way. So next we have the DC Crisis, and I would give this let me think. I skated them twice, so I either want to give it the top of the B tier or near the A tier. I'll give them A tier because the B tier is kind of getting full. They're definitely a solid skate shoe. I don't know, like, it just worked well. I even bought some for like just to wear shoes, but then I ended up skating those just because I liked them the first roundabout, and I actually did get some impressive tricks in these. Like, I think I did like a double kickflip pretzel, like very relaxed at the skate park. But yeah, no, it's just a solid skate shoe. Learned a lot of stuff in them. They're suede, they were nice, and they were cheap. So, you know, I'll definitely say it's a solid skate shoe. After this, I skated the America Reynolds Volk, and for this, it's gonna be near the Crisis. It's either gonna be at the top of the B tier or right below the Crisis. I don't know. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the A tier right now, because I don't know, there's just something about that shoe. It just like, it looked nice. I had that same colorway. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, it was just, I really like the shoe because, like, I don't know, when shoes look nice and they skate well, it just gets a really good rating from me. So I'll say that's also another solid skate shoe. So next, after that, I skated the Etnies low cuts, which I found for I think $20 on Amazon when I first got them. And seriously, these were honestly one of my favorite shoes I've skated. So I'm gonna put it at the top of the A tier because for me it was a solid skate shoe. It really reminded me of Etnies, but it was like slightly different. It had more of like a classic style because that's like the old Etnies logo. And I don't know, like it's just the fact that they worked so well. They also just fit nice to my foot. See, I like want to put an S tier, but I don't want to put too many shoes in the S tier. So I would say this is definitely top of the A tier for me. I just love Etnies. I don't know, I feel like I'm biased, but you know, I just really rock with Etnies. I got some really, you know, good tricks with that shoe. So, and I also did an unboxing with it, and it was, I don't know, it felt really nice. So that's all I gotta say for that. It was just really good. After that, I skated the Etnies Marana Volks, and I would say this is B tier, but at the top, right? So I like Etnies Marana's originals just because they're a little more cushiony. The Etnies Marana Volks were like a little more tight fitting, and the bottom was Volk, so it wasn't really a whole cup sole, so it didn't like absorb much impact when I was skating them. So that's why I like the Etnies Maranas a lot. But the Volks, you know, the vulcanized cup sole just didn't really do it for me. But it was a really good skate shoe like overall, but I wouldn't give it A or S tier. So I'm putting it at the top of the B tier because it was better than all those shoes, but yeah, that's just what I think of those. So if you haven't guessed again, another brand is Etnies. I skated the Etnies Rap CLs, and for these, they were pretty good. You know, I got some good tricks in these, but you know, they were just pretty average. But like, I'd probably put them a little bit above the P Rods. I'm trying to think. No, I put them above the SBs also. Yeah, so I would say, you know, Etnies is really just all over the place. So it's like, it's on the top of the B's, there's a top of the A, and it's the top of the S. So I am just clearly biased. But yeah, with the Rap CLs, they were just, you know, also just pretty good. Nothing too special, but, you know, they got the job done. They were suedes. They felt comfortable. Good shoe for me. So after those shoes, I skated the DC Mikey Taylors, and oh my gosh, I love those shoes because they remind me of Janowski's, but like, they were just even easier to slip on. So I will actually, it's really close. It's between being at the top of the A tier or like right below it. I'm gonna put at the top of the A tier because I don't know, it just felt really comfortable to skate in. They were very lightweight, but they were also suede, and you just felt like you have so much control over them when you have slim shoes. So I would definitely say top of the A tier. Really love those shoes. Got some really interesting and cool tricks in them too. So this was like at the stage where I was really getting good at skating, so maybe I have a bias towards that, like based on the stage I was in. But I think I got some really cool tricks in these, and they were just really comfortable, really stylish. Honestly, might look to get them again. So next, this is when I was going into college, I'd say. I think, yeah, it was like right when I was going from senior year of high school into college. I got the Nike SB Satire 2s, and these were just my, like, just to wear shoes, but I was like, yo, these are actually really comfortable and they can skate well. So I would say, for me, these were B tier, but I would put them above the Etnies again. So Etnies can push back a little bit, but they're still near the top. But I don't know, there's just it's just very clean. It was just gray, white, you know, plain. And just like the Mikey Taylor shoes, they had like a really good fit to your foot. And I don't know, it just worked well. Like when stuff like looks stylish, fits to your foot well, it's not too bulky or anything, I think it just works really well. So I would say top of the B tier for sure for me. So now we're almost wrapping up. We only got 2 shoes left. After these, I skated the Adidas Match Courts, and I want to say that these are Garbo for me, and I would honestly put them in the back. I know y'all are probably gonna be like, what the heck, aren't those shoes good? For me, they sucked. I don't know, like the toe caps I thought would be cool, like, you know, hey, I get to save my shoes longer, I could flick longer. With my toe caps, I could not flick for crap. I couldn't get any kickflips. Like, I was struggling all the time for most of my tricks. They worked. They looked pretty stylish, but they just did not work for my skating. I felt really uncomfortable skating in those shoes. So Garbo for me. I know I'm probably going to get some hate comments for that, but Adidas match courts were Garbo for me. Then lastly, before I skated the Etnies Michelin Maranas, which I'm skating right now, which I counted towards the Etnies Maranas, I had the Etnies Calicut LS's, and for this, I would say it was /doable, but I'm trying to think. I liked them more than the Shintos, and they were a little more comfy than the Satires, so I'll put them at the top of the C tier. Like, they weren't horrible, but it was just very plain and just doable. So the shoes I skated for those, like, I wasn't super happy with them, but now that I'm back on the Etnies Maranas, my favorite, especially now that they're Michelin, shout out to my brother Jason for getting them for me. Yeah, that's just my favorite shoe. So get a good look at my tier list. The best, I said Etnies Maranas and Janowski's. I just love them. Solid skate shoes, DC Mikey Taylors, the Etnies Low Cuts, Adidas Business, DC Crisis, America Reynolds, and then the rest were just pretty good and doable, not for me, or just straight Garbo. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed that video. Huge shout out to George Pilos for starting this video and inspiring me to make my own. You know, if you guys want to see more videos like this with other tiers for maybe like skateboards or something else, just let me know and maybe I can do that too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you for getting me to 48,000 subscribers. If you get to 50K real soon, I'll get started right on the giveaway. I already kind of know what I'm going to be giving away, and it's going to be really huge, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, just thank you so much for everything. Seriously, almost 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is just crazy. I know a lot of other YouTubers have a lot more, but to me, that's still a lot of people. So I just want to thank you guys so much for everything. YouTube has just been super fun lately. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.